Hello, everybody. It's me, Phenomenal Kid, here and again with another WWE Podcast, number 5. Yeah, number 5. So we have a pretty big show here today. We got a lot of topics to talk about. I even one a pretty controversial one with Paige, which I'm pretty sure some of you probably know by now, which I'll get to at the end. But first off, I'd like to say I am really sorry and I apologize for missing last week's video. Some stuff was going on, but I feel really bad, guys. So, here I am doing another podcast, and yeah, so let's get on to it. Sorry for missing a week. Alright, so, we got Raw. Well, the week of WWE was pretty good. I liked it. It was pretty great. So we got Raw. Quite a few things happened. So Mick Foley is done. He's done as general manager, which I was pretty surprising. I didn't see this coming. I probably should have after he put Sacco in Mr. in Triple H. So I should have known something by then. But so Mick Foley is gone as general manager. Will we ever see him in WWE? Possibly. We could see him at WrestleMania. That's a possible option or a possibility. So then that leaves the question: who is gonna be the new Raw general manager? And a lot of rumors have been saying Kurt Angle, and I'd like to see Kurt Angle be a general manager. That would be something new. He's coming back into the company, and that'd be pretty great. I'd like to see. But then, any other possible GMs? I'm not thinking any. WWE said Summer Rae, which get out of here with Summer Rae. I don't want her to be general manager. Probably another legend can come back and be a general manager or something. But Kurt Angle sounds good to me. I mean, he's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. I mean, why not? He's already here. And then we got Nia Jax added to the WrestleMania Raw Women's Championship match to WrestleMania, which, well, they can't just leave her out. They'd be blind because if they do a triple threat. But, they're going to have all 4 women of Raw having their own match at WrestleMania because if it was just a triple threat, it would be a Clash of Champions rematch. So it's a fatal 4-way. This add a little bit of tension, but then you leave out Dana Brooke, who had a match against Charlotte. Finally turned on her. Yeah, I hope this will be a great match. Probably could be, probably not. And then in the main event, we had Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. So we had a Fastlane rematch, and well, it ended in a weird thing because not Roman Reigns, Undertaker came in. He returned again, and they match just ended from there. And Roman Reigns gave him a big spear, and I don't know. I hope this match is gonna be good, and I really hope Roman does not retire Undertaker. I really hope it's probably gonna happen, but I really hope it doesn't happen. So yeah, that was Raw. Everything else was just meh, except for probably Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens' promo was pretty good. And then we move on to SmackDown Live. Let me start off with having new tag team champions. The Usos have now won the SmackDown Tag Team Champions 3-time champs from American Alpha. I'm a bit confused because why are they doing this title change just like, well, what are we, a week before WrestleMania, 2 weeks? Yeah, we're almost at WrestleMania. We're having a title change, which is weird. I mean, if they're gonna have the title change, then why not have it at WrestleMania? So then, what does this happen now? They're gonna have a rematch at WrestleMania? It don't make sense because if they wanted the Usos to be the new champions, then we should have just hold off on that title match until WrestleMania. And they could have won it from there to have that big moment. But what's up with these title changes before WrestleMania? We had Bailey, and then we had Alexa Bliss give back her title. I don't know, it's just weird. And then we had one of the most entertainment segments in sports history, or in WWE at least. Total bullshit. Oh my god, that was really entertaining. I thought it was gonna turn out pretty crappy, but it was really entertaining. Especially good job done by Maurice and Miz. Trying to mock Total Bellas with John Cena and Nikki Bella. That was priceless. I loved it. And their feud is getting really intense now. I hope they do another one this coming week, cause I really love this feud. At first I heard of it, I was like, why are they doing this? Why not John Cena versus Taker, which I still think they should do, but if they're not gonna do that, this should be a pretty good replacement. But probably take out Nikki and Maurice and just have the men feud against each other. That'll still be pretty good. So yeah, the feud's going great. I hope the match at Mania is gonna be good. And then we get down to Shane O'Mac and AJ Styles. They have their little feud going on, and I really hope AJ Styles does win because he needs that momentum. Because to win his first, well, not his first, but have his first WrestleMania victory. Because we don't know why on God's green earth did Chris Jericho win last year against him, but you know, so Shane and AJ, I thought this was gonna be a bad match. I mean, like, why? I thought why did it was it gonna happen, but it's getting pretty good, And then once I thought about the match, these two could do some pretty crazy stuff, Not mentioning the elbow drop that Shane did to AJ on the table. We could see that at WrestleMania. So they're gonna have a bout, and I do see AJ winning. And then some other stuff happened, like minor stuff, so elevating feuds like Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose, but it's nothing big. And we get to NXT. Man, NXT was pretty good. I want to start off with the start match. Andrade Cien Almas versus Oni Lorcan. Larkin or Lorcan, I don't know what it is. But they had a surprisingly good match. Yeah, the fans were chanting, "This is awesome," towards the end. It was pretty good. I quite liked the match. It wasn't the best match for NXT, but it was still a really good match, especially for NXT. You know? And I think they could have a match at WrestleMania. Oh wait, no, they're not having a match at WrestleMania. Almas is gonna have a match against someone at well, not Mania, NXT. Oh, I'm so stupid. Well, it's technically the WrestleMania of NXT, but it's Orlando Takeover, and Almas is having a match at Orlando against some newcomer. Yeah, I don't know his name, but yeah, overall pretty good match. And then the women's feud, we have not Billy Kay. What is wrong with me? I swear. Well, we have Asuka going against a local talent, obviously winning. And then, with their whole Ember Moon feud. And I want to call it out and say Ember Moon could win. I mean, the two streaks going into WrestleMania. This could be Ember Moon's time to shine. Because Asuka's been champion for about a year now. She could be the one to stop her. And their feud has been going pretty great. I hope to see like a contract signing or something like that, because I could see some pretty crazy stuff going down. And the main event was we have a 6-man tag team match between Roderick Strong, No Way Jose, and Ty Dillinger versus Sanity. Ended in double DQ. Yeah. So, which sets up for the match at Orlando, which is gonna be basically the same thing, just add the women, which is Ruby Riott and I forgot Nikki Cross. Yes, Nikki Cross. This could be a good bout. NXT or Orlando Takeover Orlando's not looking bad. So yeah, that's NXT for y'all. And this week in WWE wasn't that bad. It could have been better, but it wasn't that bad. Mostly because of total bullshit. And then we come to this very controversial topic, which I'm gonna talk about right now. Paige getting exposed. If you don't know what happened, I'm not gonna go into full detail. So basically, she got someone supposedly, I think, hacked into her phone, or some leaked pictures went around of her nude, and a video went around with her doing something with Brad Maddox and Xavier Woods when she was back in her NXT days. I'm not gonna go into full detail, but you know, so Paige messed up, or did she? I don't know, cause mm, she said that she had nothing to do with it. She didn't want these videos to, or anyone to see these images. You can tell WWE wants us to forget about this because they're letting about this die down, but it kind of is dying down right now. But there's a lot of damage to Paige. This is ruining her reputation because she was a clean superstar, but now I guess she's not because of this stuff. So what could be next for her? WWE might have to release her, maybe, because if we see Paige right now on television, we're not gonna look at her the same way as we once used to did. So as a matter of fact, is what is WWE gonna do with Paige? Now the safest option could be to release her, but then, cause the Raw Women division is not looking that great, but if they had a Paige, would it make it be great? I don't know. You see. So we have a lot of options to do with her. WWE might screw up. They might use this for another storyline, but please, I hope they don't. But at the same time, they might not, because they want everybody to forget about this. So yeah, Paige has her reputation destroyed now. So, well, I guess that has to do it for today. Well, yeah. So that was my podcast for this week. I am still very sorry for what happened last week for not doing a podcast. I am very sorry for that. So, other than that, well, this is the Phenomenal Kid. Peace out.